finals anyway if it comes to it.
That's exactly it. And if you lose on purpose, this is Counter-Strike Global Offensive at the end of the day, you can still lose another best of 3 and be out the tournament altogether. So you want to try your best, guarantee yourself going through to the later stages of the tournament. We are in the 9th round, as you can see right now. Fnatic won the first one. They elected to go T-side on Mirage, and looks like that's going to be Fnatic losing this one. Nearly got confused there, because Wizards and Fnatic are the wrong way around at the top. So it was actually Wizards that won the 9th round.
Yeah, hopefully that'll all get sorted out. Maybe it won't. Who knows? Oh well, we'll keep track of
it. This could get confusing.
I love it when this happens.
Well then, looks like we're going to have Wizards. Wizards on
just
CT.
Got picked up by Fnatic.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently they literally just switched orgs, because why not? But don't let it confuse you guys. It's Wizards on CT. And Fnatic are on the terrorist side, and we are live into the pistol round.
We are indeed. It is Inferno. This is, of course, Wizards map, as we mentioned. And it looks like Fnatic are just going to play this one pretty quick up A through quad. Let's see what they can get done here. No one's really peeking yet. There's a lot of shots going off, but that is a big grenade. Oh, goodness. JW will pick up Musambani from that. And actually, here's the rotate out, because they've forced Fnatic to... they've forced Wizards. My goodness, that's going to get confusing. They forced Wizards all the way around to the A site, and now, really, it's only Flippin that's going to be rotating quickly at all.
Yeah, scumbag game. Throwing us through a loop. Lowell did get a kill, but the bomb is down on the B site right now from Fnatic, so Mason, Flippin and Lowell all going to try and push in United. However, Lowell's taken the long way around right now. Has finally joined through the speedway, as he just sees his teammate shot down in front of him from Schneider. So 4 versus 1, Lowell has it all to do, and he's not able to pick up a single kill. So first round very comfortably in the end to Fnatic, and thank God the teams have sorted themselves out at the top.
Yes, thank goodness for that. That's I got caught out by that. I'm annoyed with myself for that. But you know, Wizards are going to go for that armor buy. We saw this in both of the Lost Pistol rounds in that second round, and on the second half as well. We'll see whether it works out for them, and they're actually going to stack 3 onto this B site. So playing kind of risky that Fnatic aren't going to go for that A site quickly, but that indeed looks like it may pay off for Wizards here.
Yeah, ballsy play, but 3 Fnatic players are stacking in Banana. Going to throw over the smoke, trying to block out CT side. Unbeknownst to them, though, Amazing, Musambani and Flippin are all laid in wait around the fountain area. Lowell's actually on CT side now, moving in. The flash comes in and now they're going to start to push out. Can they pick up the kill on Schneider? Yes, they can. Get the double, actually. Both CZs coming good from Musambani and Flippin. We're peeking round, get the third as well. And the CZ, I'd have to say, is like the MVP of this match so far, Stress. He picked up so many damn kills in these eco rounds.
I kind of want to highlight what Wizards did there. They were playing so deep onto B site that it kind of goaded Fnatic into pushing up into a situation where maybe there were only 2 players of Wizards. You can see Kyrie just cleaning off the end of that round. I didn't quite catch it on my screen, but he did pick up 2 very quickly. But Wizards playing exceptionally deep onto B, and the flash coming through from CT blinded 3 or 4 members of Fnatic as they were about to push onto B site. So it was exceptional timing from incredibly deep defending. Really nice play by Wizards there.
Yeah, I feel we should have added a third option to the who will take map 2 and have CZ there as a third option, because it's so OP, it's grown its own team, and it's just destroying. So now Fnatic, it's their turn to take the CZs and try and make them used to a devastatingly strong effect. And a Galula as well, but Chiari is going to be taking point on Coils, takes down 1, looking for his second. He does connect the dots. 3 players fall in quick succession for Fnatic, and it's now all down to the flusher. Musambani's Silence M4 comes in and takes down 2 kills to make it 2-1.
And that was quite an expensive round for Fnatic. They bought armor, they bought grenades, they had a Galil, as you mentioned, on JW, so now they're on to a full save. They just going to pick up a couple of flashes, that kind of thing. But that was a costly round and is going to spiral them a couple rounds down now. And Wizards are up 2 rounds to 1 and have themselves fully equipped.
They certainly do. They are going to be rushing through apps. Lowell is here. He must have heard this. Grenade comes through. That's going to do so much damage. Yeah, Pronax nearly falling there. 30 health left on him. JW on 18. Muzambani's going to get first blood here. Lowell on balcony is going to be making some use, but Mason with a double tag into the head. Double frag for him with the AK-47. Gets his triple. And flipping cleans it up as well onto Schneider. So, very quick anti-eco round for Wizards. This is exactly what they needed after that first map.
This is the round that's their test, though. This is Fnatic up to a full buy. No eco, no anti-eco shenanigans. This is both teams where they want to be on equipment. So, this is the one. If Wizards can hold this, it will show us why they picked Inferno for this map choice. Fnatic are going to take this one slow. They know the situation, and so do Wizards. You can see they're a little bit pushed up in that banana than they were on that deep cover, but feel pretty confident to do so.
Yeah, and the other thing as well, you have to feel that Wizards have a lot of confidence surging through their veins right now. 16-10 sounds quite one-sided, but it definitely doesn't paint the full picture of how Mirage went. They started incredibly poorly and brought it back towards the end. So, Fnatic, stacking around second mid / apps, not really committing to anything as of yet. Devilwalk is still in banana, waiting for potential rotations from Wizards. Nothing kicking off just yet with 52 seconds to go. Looks like they're going to be pushing through mid. Muzambani spamming through the smoke, not able to land anything, and now Fnatic in a push-in stress.
They're pushing, but it's not fast at all. They don't need to right now because Wizards don't have all that much information. You can see that Muzambani has come across, and I believe it's Devilwalk over at B site may start making some noise to try and sell that it's... in fact, no, they're selling it's an A and rotating with the bomb, but Flippin does pick up Devilwalk to begin the round, and that's going to throw this decoy a little bit off site here because they were already rotating the bomb and they don't have any time to do anything but push B, and this is a tough spot for Wizards because they've got two men stacked. If Pronax comes and sprays down, that could be devastating, and it's JW and Pronax that pick off one apiece. Kyrie picks up another, and Flusher will fall. That is the end of that round for Fnatic, and I thought they were looking okay there, but the spray down wasn't quite enough from Pronax.
That was a sloppy round across the board there, but Wizards managing to edge ever so slightly ahead. AK-47 pick up from JW, that's ballsy, to say the least, because if they lose this round, his economy is just screwed.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch that. I was distracted by our poll, actually, who...
Oh, he saved it. I'm a dirtbag.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure because at the end of the round he had 2 health. It looked like he was dead, but I was going to say, I hope I didn't catch the... miss the end of that, but our poll pretty much sticking with their instincts on the first one. 38% think that Wizards can take this. And you can see that over on the quad area, Meisen's on top of the roof, and oh, he shows to Pronax. Pronax is going to know exactly where he is now as JW comes around the corner. Has to turn from the flash though, and now, oh, Pronax thought he had the eyes on there, couldn't quite get the kill to begin with.
Muzambani's nade really did rip Fnatic to shreds in mid though, and did finish off the kill. JW with that saved AK is going to be moving in right now. Lowell picks up the kill on Flusher. So now they do have the 2-man advantage. Back to 1, but back to 2 again. Now Schneider's all by his lonesome, has picked up the AK-47, more than likely going to save this one, but he's going to get caught on the crossfire from Muzambani. And they take the very confident lead here on Inferno. That's 5-1 stress.
It is 5-1, but it being 5-1 means Fnatic just got their economy boost. So I believe that is... Yeah, that is the case. They did just get their... I just had to double check. It was one of those things that I knew it, and then I looked at the graph and was like, yep, definitely know it.
Man,
so...
you gotta love chat, right? Some guy's named himself Schneiden. And every
awesome.
time Schneiden dies. No!
Oh, give that guy a medal. Give that guy a medal.
But this is a buy round for both teams, and this is a real important one for Fnatic because it's starting to slip away, starting to slip through their fingers. They're again going to occupy apps and second mid with Devilwalk this time, again lurking around banana. But look at this, 3 players stacked on identical positions, and Wizards have looked solid so far on defense. Muzambani going to push in, wrong place at the wrong time for Pronax. Can he get the return kill from Schneider? He doesn't want to peek out the fear. He's waiting for Muzambani to come round. The grenade comes out, somehow doesn't tag him. Lico stood behind the pillar, scumbag pillar to the rescue. Another grenade goes in, and still, Wizards looking strong.
How did Muzambani do that
No
whole
idea.
sequence? He peeks into apartments with 2 people looking at him. Doesn't survive as Flusher will take him down, but peeked into 2, got away with it, got a kill, then dodges a grenade and nearly gets away with his life completely. But Wizards still have 1-man advantage. Saying that, Flusher will even that up and take it to a 1-man advantage for Fnatic, and that's the 2 members that were looking to rotate from B. So now the retake is on, but it's Flippin and Kyrie going for the retake. Devilwalk and Flusher are very low, but that doesn't seem to bother Flusher right now. Kyrie shoots through the smoke. I think he could just about see his feet there, and he's going to even this up 1 apiece. Is it enough? Kyrie is going to fire off at the truck. Flusher can't quite get the shot. Kyrie and Flusher, oh, back and forth it went there, and it was Kyrie that comes out ahead.
Oh my goodness, this is huge for Wizards. They're playing so phenomenally well, and that was another buy round from Fnatic. So they're going to be rushing the AK-47s. They're going to try and come back once again. But also, Schneider got kind of destroyed by a molly there, I believe. I only caught a couple of seconds of it.
He did. I didn't catch it on mine. I'm pretty sure we got it on stream though. So just to give you guys an idea, we actually have a separate observer, so it's kind of difficult to make sure we're all seeing the same thing at the same time. But Flusher will take down Myzen to begin this round.
Indeed they will. So this could be the opening that they've been looking for these last 6 or so rounds. Going to be pushing in. Lowell is make sure when Muzambani comes around, gets the double that Pronax takes him down. 3-on-3. Looking good for Fnatic, but they have to make use of this player advantage now before Wizards can rotate around and hatch them off. Quad is where the bomb is situated. They're still not picking this one up to plant it, and Kyrie is all that remains. He did get the 1v1 clutch before, but he has fallen, so they have managed to stop the onslaught, derail the juggernaut that was Wizards. Can they start to get some rounds together, though?
That is the question. Wizards had themselves enough so that they can buy up here, so maybe they can continue their trend from this one, but that certainly is the start, perhaps, of Fnatic's, build back into this. I don't want to go too far too yet, because there are plenty more rounds to go. We are only on the 9th, so there is a lot left here on Inferno for us to play out. And Musambani had a grenade in hand as he peeked. I think he just caught sight of a couple of members of Fnatic, and JW takes down Myzen. And that's a 1-for-1 trade off at pit there. Musambani's going to put it again in Wizards' favor, but he is surrounded by a couple of members of Fnatic there. Flippin tries to save him, but it is the A site belonging to Fnatic once again.
Yeah, and if Wizards lose this, they're going to have to eco. So this is a real significant round for Fnatic. They have the player advantage. I'm just curious if Kyrie and Flippin are going to go ahead and save. Yeah, it looks like that's what they're going to do, and it's smart because they have to eco next round. So you'd rather go eco into with a couple of assault rifles rather than absolutely nothing. And that's going to be 6-3 now to Fnatic.
It is, and this is Wizards' map. We will remind you that, and it certainly is still all to play for because Fnatic are 1 map up. So they're in a comfortable situation, provided they can get a good number of rounds in the book this half and then look to shore up their CT side. But I'm glad Wizards are looking stronger now and throughout the second half of last game than they were on their initial first half, because Fnatic just ran rump shot through them.
Yeah, so they're actually going to force up the buy here after getting a couple weapons from last time. That's going to include a couple of FAMASs, so they are they're trying to dig deep here, get as many nades as possible. I say nades because Flippin just derped his across the wall and nearly naded his teammate in Banana, which I believe was Kyrie. I'm not sure if you caught that on stream or not, but that was a bit of a head-scratching moment there.
Musambani has this AWP at the top of mid, but he's been smoked out around quad and hasn't really had the angle, and he's going to get pushed by a couple of members of Fnatic here. We'll see if he can pick off the first as they round the corner, but flashes have come out, so he's forced away here, and Fnatic have already taken down Myzen. And there's a member over, who is it? It's Devilwalk over at B still making noise, so it's the case of if they can get past Flippin at Arches, which they can, it's only now Kyrie on B site that remains, and he's falling back all the way to Ruins, so looks like it's going to be Fnatic pushing through the CT spawn headed for B.
Yep, smart play from Fnatic. They're trying to isolate Lowell and also Mason, I believe that is. No, it's Musambani even on the B site right now. Suddenly in a 2v4 situation, JW is very low, so if they can manage to pick him up, they've got a glimmer of hope here. Pronax is also around 50% HP. Bomb's gone down. Lowell is around T-spawn, and Musambani's still on A. So they're going to save this again, and they're going to try and pick up some more rounds afterwards going forward. This is going to be 6-4, 3 rounds on the bounce to Fnatic, so they have managed to steady the ship somewhat. But they're going to have to rinse and repeat here, Stress. They're still behind.
Yeah, Musambani doesn't want to lose this orb. I think that's the pretty big thing here is they want to keep that into the next round. It didn't really do much for them in this round here. And, you know, when you spend that much on a weapon, if it gets nothing in that round, you almost certainly don't want to lose it. There's even bigger a loss than if you were to get a kill or two with it. So it's one of those things that we'll see what Musambani does with it, because he's bought a Famus to throw over, so they're making sure that they have this kind of Famus and AWP setup.
Yeah,
it's
they have
a
this
bag.
They have like a steady stream of weapons coming in, because they're on the losing bonus at the moment, so they want to try and dethrone Fnatic, and so far Fnatic have been picking apart the mid push, Stress. I am quite curious if Wizards are going to put another player around mid to stop this.
Musambani. What good fire from Devil Walk. That's the AWP down already. It's going to get picked up though.
Did not even see that. I was too busy watching the mid push. But either way, they have the player advantage, and again, they're going to push through mid. This is what we've seen time and time again. Nice molly coming down, flashes as well. Mason will secure the kill on Devil Walk. So they're just going to bring it back even. This could very well stop the push for now, but Fnatic have 2 players strong moving towards balcony and apps.
We'll see what Pronax can do. He will get taken down by the FAMAS of Maizen, and now Wizards under siege at this A site. Lots of flashes coming in from apartments as Fnatic. Looks like that's where they want to round from. Maizen caught, smoke grenade in hand by JW. And now this is a tough spot. Now, well, it would be if Flippin wasn't picking up one as Lowell picks, it drops to Schneider himself. And again, we're back to even numbers here.
Yep, absolutely. Kari is coming in though. Flippin is there, but he's found himself 2 players, and the crossfire was way too strong for him to deal with. Now it's all down to Kari, the last remaining player on Wizards. This would be 4 rounds in a row for Fnatic. This would be that ball rolling down the hill. Can Kiara get this first pick and then try and get that defuse as well? He does have a kit, so if he can leave this one to the last few moments, he's going to have a chance for Schneider, who was the talisman of Fnatic in the first map on Mirage, was just playing so well. And it's just fitting that he picks up the last kill.
It's interesting. Did Kyrie for a while have the AWP? I'm pretty sure he did, because he picked it up from Musambani on B site. So interesting he didn't try and save from that. But what happened at the beginning of that round, I believe, I didn't quite catch the initial, but when I got over them, Musambani was pretty low health. So he either got dinked or grenaded by Devil Walk. And you can see the fire come out the same round again from Devil Walk. Same position on the car, and Musambani was pushed up to go for the AWP. And Kyrie this time actually getting dropped very low here on B site. This could open up the site for Fnatic if they can get this initial pick here.
Yep, going to be an eco, and I think the reason why he didn't save the AWP in the end is that suddenly out of nowhere it turned into a 2v2, and Lowell needed his help desperately. As a couple kills are going down, you expect Fnatic to pick this one up fairly handedly with them having the weapon advantage. However, CZs have been the nightmare for anti-ecos so far in this best of 3. Flasher is just lurking around the corner. But yeah, as soon as Kiori came round to try and help his teammate out in the 2v2 and he died, he was in such a precarious position that at that point it's a case of, if I try and move back, I may get shot on the backside myself and die. So I may as well at least give this one a try. Mason's been heavily tagged as well though. Look at how many players are low on the side of Wizards.
And I think they've sold this A push so well right now that it's a rotate out towards B, and they know there's a load very low here, so it's a case of just catching them on the rotate as they come across. And is this a double fake? Because Pronax has opened up the site for them. They're going to get on. It's not a double fake indeed, but you know, Flippin is going to answer with 2 of his own, and now Maizen on 10 health to go against Schneider and Flusher. That was all she wrote. That was never really going to happen there.
But in fairness to the side of Wizards, that was a nice eco. That was 3 kills. So they're going to have to force the rebuys now from Fnatic. They got themselves enough money to full buy M4s, full grenades, full armor, and everything else. So they've put themselves back into a position where they can feasibly pick up the next 3 rounds. And this has been a real seesaw of a map so far. So Wizards go huge, and now Fnatic just dragging it back.
Yeah, I kind of want to take some of the blame on that. I think I might have cursed Wizards when I said that they were playing better. The curse of the commentator, it exists, guys. As soon as we say something, the exact opposite happens. It's happens to everyone, but you know, we'll see. We'll see whether Fnatic can maintain this kind of momentum or whether Wizards can fire back, because that's a whole bunch of flashes sent up. Musambani for a second had the time to pick up kills, didn't manage to get them because it's JW that comes out on top there with 2 quick kills in succession. And now there's 2 members around the A site here for Wizards. That's going to be Lowell going huge, picks up 2, Meisen picks up another, and it's another 2v1 situation. Wizards pick it up. It was that time in favor of Wizards, the 2v1.
Such a huge round for Wizards, though. They've finally managed to dethrone Fnatic, and if they can go into the second half 9-6, they'll be relatively happy with that. Well, remember, it was 6-1 at one stage, so mad props to Fnatic for bouncing back the way they have. But as mentioned previously, I always felt that Wizards were a very confidence-based side. If they start to get a couple rounds together, they're difficult to deal with. Maybe this is what they're looking for right now. However, Fnatic pushing B pretty aggressively. Schneider at the front point is waiting for a car push, but that's going to be Chiari and also Flippin playing deep. Very nicely done by them. They're going to smoke it out, wait for Fnatic to throw over the grenades, throw over the flashes, and try and take them down.
Fnatic this time not opting for the kind of Molotov plays we've seen here on B, which is a bit of a departure. This is a bit slower a push. They're not actually committing to it either, so it's not quite that all-in set play that we see. But JW may have been caught there, or is it Flippin that's caught with JW? Because that's the first kill going down. Fnatic nearly run themselves into a Molotov, and with those opening picks, maybe they can push in, but it's Lowell picking up 1, Musambani with a second as well, and the crossfire has been set up. It's not good enough to take down Schneider before he can take Kyrie off the map, and Schneider will take another as Musambani falls.
Schneider is just always stepping up big when it's required. It was a 4v3 before he unloaded there and got the double kill. Bomb is down. Wizards again are going to be forced to save their AK and their M4. So best case scenario for them at this point is an 8-7 at half time, which again, when Fnatic was 6-1 behind, I don't think many people were expecting.
No, I think you'd be forgiven if you were thinking it would be 6-1 in favor of Fnatic rather than Wizards, but you know, it's been looking back and forth, and there's not a lot more to say about it than that. Is both teams have just been getting picks when it matters. It's just been straight up. You know, Schneider's been doing well for it. Musambani's doing well as well, and it's just this back and forth pick after pick is really not helping the flow, because if you bring up the win per round score, you can see on the graph that it's a big chunk of Wizards winning and then a big chunk of Fnatic.
Yeah, absolutely. And Musambani's been playing the kind of sweeper role. He's trying to go to either side, whichever way he feels is in danger, and then rotating back as soon as he finds out that, you know, Fnatic are pushing A very aggressively, as we're seeing right now. They have lost the first player. There's double walk, though, to pick up the pieces. JW comes around the corner, gets 1, gets 2, in fact, and suddenly the A is completely open. 4v2, Bomb will be going down. And remember, this is the last round, so Flip and Chiari have to try and secure this one for their team. There is no saving. They've got the first one. Chiari chimes in with a second. But look at this, 16 health points remaining between the 2 of the remaining Wizards players. And that is going to be both of them falling. 8-7 to Fnatic at half-time.
Oh man, Fnatic managed to put together a good few rounds in a row there. That was so important for them to do so, because remember, this is Wizards' map. This is the map that they chose to play here after being, well, I guess they selected it before being one map down, but this is the one that they figured would be their strongest map to pick for them. So they showed us in the early rounds why they picked it, but then it fell off as Fnatic started getting weapons. Those are the rounds that Wizards just really couldn't secure. We'll see what their T-side's like, though.
Yeah, I'm quite curious again if they're going to go for the slow, steady approach that we saw from Fnatic, barring the mid-rushes that they tried to pull off. I've always felt that Wizards are quite a slow team. They're not the kind of team that want to rush in over and over again. So as you can see right now, Barney and also Chiari just hanging around the banana, waiting for a potential pick. Nothing's really happening. Barney did take 28 HP in damage though. And again, they're not committing to a site. So they're going to just chill out in the second mid area and see if they can get a pick and then convert that into a bomb plant.
Going back to something we were looking at with that B push, it's interesting to see Fnatic not bringing out the kind of Molotov plays that we've seen pretty much from all of the top teams on the T side here on Inferno, where you Molotov and smoke over into that B site. Just kind of interesting to see they didn't really feel it necessary. They were getting the picks when they needed to. So I don't know, that's just one of those interesting little nuances that we'll have to see whether Wizards look for. They're going to jump straight off balcony. My goodness, flipping. Oh my goodness, what was he doing? Thought he was base jumping or something there as JW picks up another Devil Walk. And that's a quite even trade so far, but it's going to be JW evening this up again. And Kyrie is the only member left for Wizards. Fnatic will secure themselves the pistol round. And what was flipping doing? Some kind of parkour stuff, jumping out of the window? I have absolutely no idea, but it looks like I am solo casting for a second or two here. But that's okay. I feeling pretty excited about this map actually, because you know, this is the first Hitbox CSGO arena, and we hopefully are going to be bringing you a lot more as well. But this time, Wizards are going to push up 4B. They're against Fnatic on their anti-eco, and Flippin has already fallen here, and they're going to smoke it off. That is going to pretty much deny any fast aggression that Wizards wanted there, and they can't really get up onto that B site, and it's only 2 members of Fnatic that were holding that as well, so they still have Flusher hovering around. It's actually Pronax hovering around at Arches, but that was a really nice pick to start things off. Musambani taking down JW, and it's 4 against 4. It looks like it's a fake back onto B as well after making some noise towards A. Wizards are looking very indecisive here, and I think that means I'm still without Metas right now as he comes back. Wizards are looking very indecisive in this round, Metas. They got picked at B, then went over to A, got themselves a pick, and they're headed back to B now.
That's... Apologies, by the way. I had to quickly dart off and do something, but I'm back now. I think that's one of the ways that a lot of teams will approach CZ rounds, though, and especially with a Deagle, that if you can just get these one Deag, these quick flick shots, you can make big things happen. However, Flusher and Devil Walk are locking down this B site. Suddenly just 2 players remaining now for Wizards. Barney does have a FAMAS, though, so he could come in with the artillery, come in with the cavalry. Devil Walk gets another kill. Barney in a 1v4. He may think about saving this, but in doing so, he's going to run right into Pronax's crosshairs. Can he take him down? Yes, he can. As the round ends, and he will save this for mass, I think. Yes, just about.
Just as close as Flusher being one health for quite a while in that round. So, but Fnatic, I mean, what can you say? They are looking pretty strong here. They have taken a lot of rounds in succession, only really dropping 1, I believe. But when you look at between rounds 8 and 17, they only lost round 13. And they're going to push quickly down. Schneider pushes all the way to T-steps with the smoke out. And Wizards thought for a second they might have had a chance there, as Meisen did take down Schneider, but they did lose a couple of members, and it's only now Flippin that survives. It's a matter of time here.
Yeah, it's circling the drain on life support, and this is putting Wizards now in a really sticky situation. They are going to buy up AKs and Galils, but they have to start winning these round stress. If they lose this, they'll be on another eco, and the downward spiral is well and truly beginning, because remember, they're 1-0 down in this best of 3.
And this is Wizards' map. We've said that a couple of times, but you just got to bear in mind this is the map that they wanted to pick. So, you know, Wizards have to show us that first half style they were showing, but they're not quite there. I mean, Wizards keep kind of being indecisive on their T side right now. You can see they're very spread out, looking for that pick early on, which, you know, typically works, but you can see how Fnatic are defending this there. Although they're in what you could kind of deem fairly aggressive situations, with JW pushed all the way up in apps, Schneider in bedroom. Schneider is safe enough to pick up that first kill, But now can they withstand the pressure? Because they've rotated out with Flusher over to the Archer side, and there's 3 members of Fnatic between Apartments and Quad.
Yeah, and pressure is certainly an apt term because they are going to start to get encircled and pressed in. If we start to see the banana push, Schneider does come good though, flipping beforehand, and JW all chiming in. That again is going to leave Wizards in these precarious 2v4 situations. They've picked up the first. They need to go one better to equalise it up. Chiari taking the long route to A. Schneider's going to be peeking out the balcony any second now, and he does get a couple of hits onto Chiari. Here comes JW from the side as well. Low takes punishment, will be fired down from Schneider, who then gets killed. Chiari has a chance here. If he can pick up JW, he's in a really good position. However, he's not going to be able to do so, and Devil Walk comes to the rescue. They get the defuse, and that is Wizards backed against the corner and in a really bad position.
Oh man, for a second there I thought Kyrie maybe had it. I thought maybe the head peeking over the box would have been enough, but the dancing, dipping and diving, all by Fnatic, just kept them in that round. And I mean, Wizards got the plan, so you can see it's just enough to buy. Wisambani no grenades though, Lowell only the smoke, and they're pretty much bare bones right now, apart from that armor and AK, but with a Khalil on Mice, and that's brilliant! Oh, that fire, that incendiary was magnificent.
It certainly was, but I want to talk about something as Mason flipping likely not going to win this round. There we go, Mason has just been taken down, but you spoke about it before. You mentioned that Fnatic were taking fairly aggressive positions on defense, and it's good for 2 reasons. One is Flippin has just picked up a kill, so I'm going to switch over and see if he's able to clutch this one out. Not likely though, but one, you get a lot of information if you push down Banana and no one's there. Schneider and Flippin are going to meet head to head. Flippin gets the upper hand, doesn't lose any HP in the process, or at least not much. Just 21 in this round. I remember that Pronax is on 9, so if he can't manage to flick and get that kill, he does have a glimmer, a ray of hope. However, Devil Walk's positioning is really nice. He's going to get taken down as well. Only 8 HP inflicted. 40 seconds to go, Stress. He's got time, and now he's got a chance.
Oh my goodness, if he gets even a sniff that Pronax is around, he's bound to know he's that low, and this could be an amazing round right now for Wizards. Are we really going to see a 1v5 situation for Flippin? They've smoked off the bomb, so he's got to try and get that, but he doesn't have the time to plant. It's a case of just banking on both members of Fnatic being here. Flippin has been flashed, Flusher picks it up, but that could have been... Whoa, that could have been a big round for Flippin.
It could. Unfortunately, time was ticking against him as well, so he basically had 3 enemies, 2 on Fnatic, 1 time itself, and a valiant attempt, and did get enough kills, and of course with the losing bonus, they do again have the money to buy assault rifles and full armor, so they still got a chance, but they're running out of rounds now, Stress, and as we mentioned previously, with Fnatic playing so aggressive, they seem to have complete control across the map, and I have to say as well, so far Wizards have lacked conviction on their T side. They all seem to be caught in 2 minds.
So Fnatic have actually changed things up for this round, and they've actually put more B side, and it might open this up for Wizards, but Flusher is here with Pronax. They do get a good number of kills, and it's only Flippin remains. It looked like it may have been a little bit better for Wizards this time, but wasn't meant to be. Fnatic were not playing the 2 pushed up in apartment style. They were playing that floating style from CT with 2 members on A, and it meant that there were a good few people on that Archer's side to be able to shred down Wizards.
And the smoke was a bit lapsed there. And Wizards definitely paying the price in lives. Devil Walk's caught himself flipping, however, same can be said the other way round. Can he get the double? They're both so low, gets 1, very nearly gets the second. Onto Pronax that was gambling with his life, 5 hit points. Schneider on 100 with the AWP. Here comes Flippin again. Can he pull off an amazing clutch? This would be a 1v3. He's got 2, but there's Pronax. And a 5v5 HP. Fnatic again come out ahead.
Oh my goodness, Flippin. My heart is going crazy watching this. He gets himself to this clutch situation where you're like, okay, it can be done. He's got this. He's like 2 health, but he can totally do this. And then sadly it wasn't meant to be, and unfortunately Wizards, you know, they did have that, well, they have had that economy boost kick in a round or so ago, but they're still not on to the level that they want to be. They've got 2 Galils mixed in, and they were in a forced buy. They're in a must-buy situation every round from now. And, you know, it's so tough for them. So tough from this position. Schneider picks up Musambani as well.
Has to be heartbreaking for Flippin, who's put in 2 huge performances in the last 2 rounds and has still been on the losing side for both. He's really stepped up his game on Inferno. Unfortunately, his team still find themselves 7-14 behind and a player down here in the 22nd round. Flippin just lurking around balcony area. Chiari has gone on to Devil Walk. Pronax dropped as well. So they do have the player advantage, but they're going to have to win pretty much every round from here on out. Oh, that's so unfortunate for Flippin. Just looked away at the wrong possible time. And JW's AWP will ring out and get that kill.
But they've opened up the B site a little bit. Flusher is watching through CT, so a smoke here could mean they'd get the plant. That's not really a great situation for Wizards. What it would do is mean that they could buy, but look at Flusher taking down 2. The bomb is now down. Smoke comes out. It doesn't cover the entirety of the CT gap, and you have to think it's a matter of time. Flusher picks up a 3rd there, and oh, that smoke could have been a little bit better.
Yeah, and this is one of the reasons why Fnatic is such a scary team to play against. You look at the first map, Schneider, top fragging, Pronax was near the top as well. They're now bottom fragging. And JW and Flusher, who had a very quiet Mirage, now find themselves at the top of the leaderboard. So they can share the burden of the weight of these maps and really take it forward. 15-7, not looking good. Again, they've managed to get full assault rifles bought up from Wizards' perspective, but 8 rounds on the bounce just to take it to overtime, I think that's asking a bit too much.
And even though they're assault rifles, you look at it, 4 Galils in the mix there, and Flusher shows off that M4 and shows them why there's the difference between the Galil and a full rifle. But ooh, actually saying that, Musambani says, nope, my Galil's pretty good too, and I'm going to take you down. And Schneider at CT, that's a little bit better of a smoke. That one will at least watch over most of it, but Schneider cares not for your smoke. He will take Meisen out through the smoke. And now the retake is 3v2.
Yep, it's all on Wizards. They have to win this round. They have to win the next 8 to be precise, and they're getting grenaded, they're getting flashed. It's not looking good. 20 HP remaining on Musambani. Flippin goes big on the first kill, looking for the second as well. Musambani, in fact, Flippin comes in. Can he get his triple? 80% remaining on Schneider through the wall. He's going to pick up the first, down to 1v1, and Flippin's not going to get it. However, is there enough time on the bomb to defuse? No, they're not, so they are able to stall it out just enough to pick up their 8th round.
That is an important round to keep them in it, obviously. But again, look at the force buy that they're in. They haven't had any kind of economy to speak of. And, well, Fnatic, although they were just able to buy, I mean, only 1 FAMAS in their mix, 3 Galils on the side of Wizards. And, I mean, was that what Wizards needed? Was that enough to kickstart their mentality back into this?
Let's hope so. Let's hope that gave them the kick up the backside so get their act together and be a bit more concise and commit to bomb sites. As you say, though, they've not had any economy so far in this game, not been able to pick up a single AWP from Musambani. It doesn't seem to have bothered them so far. However, this is a very slow push. They're waiting for Fnatic to make mistakes, and Fnatic are too seasoned. They're too experienced to do that. I have to feel, again, Wizards, they need to push the envelope. They're on the aggressive side. The onus is on them to make something happen.
And Fnatic have been keeping Wizards guessing, because they haven't been doing the same strat over and over. They've maybe done that aggressive strat a couple of times, but you look at how they're just setting up their basic setup. They're just smoking off Banana every now and again, and not really letting any information get out as to how many people they've got on either bomb site. So Wizards are left in a situation where they're completely guessing the number and having to commit to a bomb site where maybe they don't have that numbers advantage. And it's so difficult to play against a team like that. Yeah,
it certainly is. And look at this, 20 seconds to go. Only 23 HP has been lost. Flusher, Devil Walk, they're going to get some crossfire. They know this is B. There's not enough time to now rotate to A. So they're going to have to all in here. Devil Walk is just about going to fall down, but look at that from Flippin. Pronax comes in, 2v1 situation, and Flippin will be falling. 16-8 to Fnatic, who take this second map very convincingly in the end.
They do indeed, and that means Fnatic will advance to the winners game. I think it will be dubbed. That will come tomorrow, I believe that will be. But That is not all of the CSGO action we have for you this evening. If that was not enough for you, we've got Mouse and FM Toxic coming up fairly shortly, but I mean, let's take a quick look at that game. Most people would expect Fnatic to have taken that pretty easily. I think at times Wizards showed flashes of what we've seen in other tournaments where they've been looking pretty strong as an online team. So I don't know, what would you take from that game? Because I kind of feel like Wizards put in maybe a quarter of the rounds looked really good, and then from that, a little bit shaky.
Yeah, I think the key word for Wizards is consistency. That a number of times they showed flashes of